Hello. So if you've been asked to sketch the graph of x over 9 plus y over 25 equals 1 algebraically, finding vertices and foci, and you're not sure how to do so, you picked the right place to be. So the first thing we're going to start with is finding the vertices algebraically. Now notice that we have an x squared over 9 plus, that's the key part there, plus y squared divided by 25 is equal to 1. What you need to understand is that this is the equation of an ellipse. So in an ellipse, the a squared need not be necessarily underneath the first term over here, which is x squared divided by 9, and it's actually the a squared is going to relate to the one which is the bigger number. So in this case, your a squared value is 25, and it's under y. B squared, on the other hand, is going to be under the other value, x, and c squared is unknown until you figure out what it is using this little equation right here. So if c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared, this is how you find your foci. So c squared is equal to 25, given to us right there, minus your b squared value, which is 9, given to us right there. You end up getting 16. So c squared would be equal to 16, and when you take the square root of that, you'll end up with c is equal to c plus or minus -4. Doing the same thing to these right here, if you take the square root of your a squared, you end up with plus or minus -5 for a, and b would be equal to plus or minus 3. So c is your value for the foci, and in this case, the foci and the vertices, which are like this, they're always going to be together on the same axis. You'll find that they're both going to be on the y-axis right over here. So when you're writing that, you'll write that as 0 plus or minus 4 for the foci and 0 plus or minus 5 for the vertices. And the reason why, again, is because you're pulling that from the vertices from a squared right over there, taking the square root of that to get this, and those are the values that you get. And for the foci, same thing, but a little more work is involved to find that, as opposed to the a and b right there. So once you've done that, you've identified the vertices and the foci. We still need to sketch the graph, rather. And you can do that by labeling your points. So positive 5 on the y-axis and -5 down there, and b, positive b right over there, which is 3, pulling that over here from this right here. So that b squared, when you squared it, was equal to plus or minus 3. So positive and negative. And the foci being on the y-axis, just like the vertices. So at 0, 4, and 0, -4. All because c squared was equal to a squared minus b squared, and when you took the square root of c squared, you were left with your values for the foci. And that is your graph.